John,
Yes.
thank you very much for your time. So how would you define your dance house?
Well, I just read an email from myself from 2002, which Bertram produced at a seminar. And it said, working with artists all the year round, both in their preparation for production, their production, and putting the work onto the stage.
How can dance be sustainable for you?
Sustainable. Well, it's sustained by the artists. And what a dance house should be, I think, and what I've tried to do, is to provide whatever artists need. And so, of course, what they need first is finance. And so an institution like a dance house provides a focal point where it's possible to produce funding and then pass that on to artists. So dance is sustainable if it has the correct conditions under which it can flourish. But most importantly, it needs artists who are making work about the world which resonates with the people who watch it.
What have you made choosing dance as a career?
Right, I don't think I've had a career. I never thought about a career. What happened in 1984 was that I'd been working in theatre, both as a director and running a venue for independent work. And at that point, the experimental, collectively devised work, which I was interested in, became much more established, but at the same time, it seemed to be getting slower and slower. And it seemed to me that theatre as a form, mainly trapped in words, wasn't reflecting the speed of life as it was changing around me. And dance did that. I think a dancer can mean three things in 1 second. And the amount of information and rich potential and possibilities and ideas which can exist in, say, a 20-minute dance piece reflects the same kind of intensity that we appreciate through film and video. And it's the only live art which does that. And so I saw in 1986-87 a huge amount of new energy from artists going into what was then dance, and which gradually became more and more things over the next few years as more artists were attracted to it. And I thought that that's something I wanted to be a part of.
So do you think that maybe the future will be a big network of dance houses like the EDN network? And do you think that this new network will help also the artists to communicate between them in some different ways, maybe?
I think there is a need for dance houses because the visibility of the art form depends upon there being a focus and a place. And I think most larger towns can sustain a dance house, especially if they open their studios to people who want to do hip-hop or Indian dance or many different dance forms, and use it as a form of social interaction and exercise as well as a creative force. So I think there's the potential for many more dance houses in many more cities all over Europe. I think probably in the UK, where I'm from, there are about 10 now, and I think probably that's about it. They're developed. And I don't think there's going to be the funds for it more. And this may be true in other European countries, I don't know. But even if the potential exists to establish new dances, new dance houses in new cities, I think the struggle to create the funds to make them is going to be much more difficult in the next few years. And so artists will find other ways of doing things.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.